This is a Cre8audio West Pest. It belongs to a mate of mine, and unfortunately the output isn't working properly. It's putting 10 volts out of the output. I kind of guessed that there was an output op amp that had kind of been bridged. We contacted the manufacturer and they said, yeah, that's likely what's happened. They told us the component, just said it just needed replacing. They also suggested that we could possibly replace 2 resistors on the output, but to be honest with you, they looked a little bit tiny, so I didn't really fancy doing those, particularly because it's not my device. The first thing that I did is took a resistor leg and bent it just so that I could apply heat to both sides of the IC at the same time. Now when I did that and I put it on, I was a bit unhappy that because it's sticking out at the top, you can see that it's touching that passive, which I think is a capacitor. So I kind of bent the ends upwards because I knew that if I turned it the other way, it'd cover C, it'd touch C. What's that, 49 as well, C48 or C49. So I bent it upwards, and I'm using some low temperature solder to try and remove the IC. Apply some to both sides. Make the whole thing molten. Transfer heat to both sides. Now normally you could do this without maybe creating that heat bridge between both sides, but my friend was interested in seeing how I did this, so I made a video which is off the microscope, and to be honest with you, the microscope is really low, so I can't easily move the iron from side to side. I have to kind of go around it. A bit more flux. So apply some of the chip quick to the other side. Now I can see actually that I've not got that that pad that's nearest to U2. I've not got that heated. Anyway, take it with the tweezers, get some heat on there, and I started lifting really the side up that is, well, mainly lifting the side up that is attached, well, it's the right hand side of the screen. So by the looks of it, I'm trying to use my left hand here on the soldering iron. Yeah, but anyway, just remove that. That needed direct heat on that particular pin because it hadn't been covered by chip quick. I just need to clean the chip quick off using a bit of solder braid. Bit more flux there. Now the other thing that happened with this repair is that my fine tipped iron that's got a kind of a meniscus tip, which is really what you want for this kind of thing, for some reason didn't get up to heat, so I think it probably needs a repair. So I actually had to use a big fat iron that I only normally use for through hole work. Shake your hand, man. I don't know if that's normal or whether I need to get a test or something. Just need to clean that ball off. Okay. So at this point I'm just going to tin the pads with some leaded solder. Not too much on there. And as I said, because this is kind of a flat chisel tip, it's not so easy to remove the excess solder. So place the new IC. Now here I've switched the tweezers over to the other hand, to my left hand, which is not great, so I knock it out of the way. Nightmare. So what I want to do is I just want to kind of get the IC attached, really. Initial attachment, right, and it thought better of this and went back to my right hand. Trying to hold it down. Just moved a bit, but now I could possibly have done this with air, but I was a little bit concerned about losing a passive that's around it, to be honest with you, and with it not being mine, and with these things being so small, I didn't really fancy that. So again, trying to move it with my left hand, it's going all over the place. Okay, that looks straight enough. I turn it round so that I can continue working with my right hand on the iron. Again, this would have been a lot easier if I had a microscope, a better microscope that had a bigger working distance. Bit of a bridge there. Okay. That looks okay. Just need to solder this side now because it's just kind of tagged in place. But now it's held by the other side. And to be honest with you, there is too much solder on here. You've got some bridges which you just need to take off. And again, with this tip, it's not great for picking up solder, but it'll do it. Okay, so there's one clean. There you go, that's the other one done. It's not the tidiest, but it looks like it's soldered well. Just clean it up with some ISO. Okay, just got to put it back together and test it now. Alright, job's a good one. I can go at the pub now.